What's going on, YouTube? Unknown Sloth here, back with you after 2 years of no content. Finally, bringing you my first invite deck profile. I made 25th place at the Yeti St. Louis Regional. 272 players, top 32 cut. So I made it by 7, which is good. I played 43 card Burning Abyss, as you will see in the title. It's really good, in my opinion. The trap version of this deck is, in my opinion, a lot better than the Fiend version. Uh, I'll explain to you the tech choices, and as I go throughout the video, I will explain to you the things I would take out or put in. Um, and I will also explain my matchups after the whole deck profile is over. So, without further ado, here we go. My 25th place Burning Abyss deck profile. One tour guide, three Phoenix Rhino Warrior. These, in combination with these, are great. Tour guide summon Phoenix Rhino Warrior, dump grass, special summon Seer. You have two monsters on board for a Firelight play, which was the main combo out play all day. Phoenix Rhino Warrior is a good addition to the deck. I can't wait to play Beatrice. Cards would be really bonkers. Um, Play one graph, obviously, and two Seer. In my opinion, Konami screwed up, making this card at 2 and this card at 1. I get that you don't want to summon monsters from the deck as much, but Seer and the graveyard recycling effect is just really good. That would be 3. Whoop, too many. 3 Scarm. I mean, it's Scarm. You know what it does. It searches for tour guide. It searches for all the BAs that I want to discard for discard outlets, which I will explain later. 2 Farfa. This card was really good. Surprisingly enough, against Kozmo. Round 9, played against a Kozmo player that was main decking the Tarot Top engine to make Break Sword, and Farfa came in real clutch, and he didn't see any ships, so I kept on banishing his pilots, and he couldn't do anything about it. 1 Libic. This card was really good. I wish I played 2 of them, but one was consistent enough to where it saw enough play. It was really good. 1 Rubik. I only made one. I only made one single play all day long, and then otherwise I would just use this card as a free special summon for Dante. Next, my MVP of the main deck as far as monsters go is Calcab. Played against a lot of decks that played back row this weekend, and this card was really clutch. Bounced a lot of my opponent's Quaking Mirror Forces that sideboarded into me. Sent in just regular Mirror Force and just other back row that could potentially ruin me. 1 Cagna. The card was really good. Just as a one of, in every other deck profile I've ever played, this card, it was always a 3. 1 is good enough. I felt like the one of sent the right one to grave if I didn't mill it. 1 Barbar. This card with Nightmare Shark was really good. 2,900 points of damage. It's like a cowboy for game for me. For the hand traps, going out of the BA engine, going 2 Effect Dealer, 2 Max C. Surprisingly enough, I actually only saw this card once and this card twice, and then I played both of them, but otherwise I didn't see them all day long. Either I would mill them or just wouldn't see them that game. We're going on to spells now. We're going to go with Double Twin Twister, Foolish Burial. I'll get to the last card in a second. These two were good as a consistency of 2 only. And Foolish Burial, I like playing a 4th Rhino Warrior that I can just choose whichever one I want. And for my last attack for the spells, Allure of Darkness. This card was bonkers. It fixed my hands that were awful, like brick hands. Round 8, I drew really brick, and I also did round 9. Round 8, I drew Scarm and 4 traps, or Scarm and 3 traps, and this card, and I Allure of Darkness drew into Tour Guide and Skill Drain. Round 8, and banish my Scarm, and then round And then round 9, I played against Kozmo. I had to be the Lure of Darkness. Drew into a Rhino Warrior and another BA that was better, and and then banished the other one that was bad, and then I won from there. Card was really, really good. It fixes bad hands, gets you further into your deck. Onto the traps. 18 traps. I played 3 Fire Lake and 3 Traveler. Um, People are going to tell me that I'm bad for playing this, and it's a consistency number. Um, Fire Lake is a really, really good card right now. People don't really understand what this card does against monarchs and Pepe. It's really, really, really good. Um, yeah, this card's just good. I can't really say very much about it. And this card is almost as good as this card, but this card, every time I resolve this, I would win because I would have like 3 or 4 BA on board, and I would just make triple Dante, and then sometimes even triple Dante Virgil. It was really good. For the removal, I played 2 time space, 1 strike, and 1 warning. It was a good number for those. So here we got 3 Horn of Heaven, negate the pendulum summon, negate the normal summon, negate the inherent special summon. Card was really, really good. It was a staple to play in this deck because I played enough floaters to back it up. I played 2 Anti-Spell Fragrance. Card is really, really good. Edge is a 2 of only. In testing, 3 wasn't the number that I needed. 2 was just right. I feel like if I drew 3, that I would clog with this card, even though this card is like really good in this format. This card clogged when I could have saw something else like this card, which was actually the replacement for this card. Skill Drain. Skill Drain was really, really good too. Every time I saw it and resolved it, it was really good. And speaking of resolving cards, this card allowed me to do it. Magic Jammer. I want to play a 3 of this card because this card is absolutely bonkers. This card, making these cards resolve, was really good. Also came up in really, really other good situations, like people regecking my board, people activating Domain, I would negate it. People activating Pantheism whenever they only have Pantheism and another card in hand, and then they discarded it, and then I negated it. It was really, really good. Match Jammer MVP of the entire weekend. On to the extra deck. 1 Virgil. And then soon to be a Pilgrim and a 3 Beatrice. It'll be really good whenever that card comes out. And then I'll be also extra decking Kali Yuga and side decking XYZ universes. It'll be really good. 3 Dante. I don't need to explain very much about this card because this card is the boss monster of the deck until Beatrice. 3 Downer. This card will be going down to 1 as of Beatrice, which is going to be coming out in a week and a half. Because I play Skill Drain, I decided to main deck double Acid Golem. This card was great. Round 2, my opponent was playing BA, and then I ended up 2-0ing him because he didn't realize that because he Horn of Heaven my first Acid Golem, like he was like, and then he had a Majesty Fiend on board, and I traveled back one of my monsters, so summoned another one. He was like, "What monster do you have to get over my monster, especially since you can activate effects?" And I was like, make a second Acid Golem. He's like, "You played 2?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's really good. I don't see why I wouldn't, especially since I play Skill Drain." Giga Brilliant. This card was good. I saw it once, round 9. This card actually came up round 8. This is actually my tech for the extra deck. Triage Levia. For people who don't know what it does, this card, whenever it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, it gets banished instead of going to the graveyard, which if it's a pendulum scale, you can banish it. And also it says once per turn during either player's turn, whenever opponent's monster will activate an effect, you can detach an XYZ material from this card, target that card, it loses 800 attack and its effects are negated. Really, really good card. I saw it once against Pepe. He summoned Skullcrabat Joker. I detached, targeted, and then it was 1,000 attack, and he passed from there. So that was round 1. It was great. Zen mains, never saw it. But in testing, I saw it every time because I wanted to resolve this card, especially to protect my life points against monarchs. And then it would also pop their domains if I resolved this first, or they didn't Erebus it back. But I would usually have an out for Erebus to actually protect this card, so it was alright. F-Zero, I wanted to play 2 of this card, but I couldn't find another one. This card came up a lot. This card destroyed my opponent's domains. This card destroyed back row. This card was really good. And Gaga got Cowboy for a game. For my super tech side deck, which I actually thought of in like 2 seconds, but it actually worked out for me all day. I saw every single card in the side deck, except for one, which I'll explain later. And it was actually a misplay on my part. So I played 2 Master Restrict. Card was really good. Master Restrict was awesome. I wanted to play 3. Couldn't find a third one. 2 Swift Scarecrow. I actually saw it against Pepe round 1. He took the Maxi challenge, and he ended up making me draw into my Swift Scarecrow on the last special summon he did, and he attacked me for game, and I Swift Scarecrowed him, and then I won that turn. 1 Quaking Mirror Force card was really good against Pepe, and really good against monarchs, and surprisingly us satellarknights. Whenever I played him round 7 or round 6. 1 Bottomless Chapel. I couldn't justify myself playing this in the main. I didn't. In testing, whenever I would see this card, it would be only good against like Pepe and monarchs. Kozmo, they can just dodge with their pilots if it's a farm girl or anything else like that, and they can summon a ship. So whatever. 2 Iron Wall. Card was really good against surprisingly enough monarchs because they couldn't banish their stuff to establish presence with the Prime Monarch and Pantheism. My side deck tech 2 Needle Ceilings. My opponent would know I play Fire Lake, so they would try and go after my monsters and try and summon as many monsters as possible. What the logic behind this card was that I would side out of 2 of my Fire Lakes and keep 1 in, and then side 2 of these in, and they would have to summon enough monsters in order to either force out the Fire Lake, or they summon enough monsters to actually punch over my monsters, which then I would have to force it. But then this card allowed me to where I could be able to not have to force my cards, and then I can be able to just activate it whenever I want, and then just know that I'm just going to just kill all their monsters plus mine, and then I'm going to trigger all my effects, but then all your monsters are just going to die. Also against Pepe round 1, this card was really good because I didn't see Fire Lake, but I saw this card, and I only had 1 monster on board, but then he summoned, he Pendulum summoned 4, and then I Needle Sealing them. It was really good. System down. Didn't see this card. Going back to that misplay I did. Yeah, I didn't set it in against Kozmo round 9, and I actually ended up still 2-0 him. 2 Dark Hole Raigeki. This card was awesome against monarchs. That's all I gotta say. Awesome. And for my last tech. Gameciel, the Sea Turtle Kaiju. I would tribute my opponent's Majesty's Fiends. I would tribute my opponent's Kozmo monsters, and then they couldn't do a pilot banish for a ship. Because since it was an open game state, I can just tribute their monster for free, and then they couldn't chain it because it's already been tributed. So it was really good. But that is my top 32 regional deck profile. My first invite ever. I am very proud of myself for doing it. For something innovative. Originally, I played the Fiend version of this deck because I thought that the Majesty's Fiend, Vanity's Fiend would be absolutely bonkers in this version. but against monarch testing, they would establish more boards before I would. And yes, even though that I would control alien tributes on a monster, my fiends shut off all my plays in a late game. So I don't know. I just don't like the fiends in the main deck of a Burning Abyss. But let me know what you guys think. Leave a like and leave a comment in the comment section down below. This is Unknown Sloth with my top 32 deck profile, and I'm signing out. Peace, guys.